Today, it's an American League Central Division matchup between the Minnesota Twins and the Cleveland Indians. The Twins will try to complete the series sweep on the road against rivals right after this. Jeffrey Rodriguez gets the starting assignment for the Tribe in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This guy's kind of hard to figure out. You think most pitchers would love pitching in their home ballpark, but he's struggled at home so far this season. There hasn't been a lot of home cooking for this guy, and that's something he needs to turn around and turn around in a big way.
First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there. So, fellas, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Forecast high calls for 80 degrees, but we're at 76 here at opening pitch. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And now the Indians will have to deal with a real threat to run from the get-go.
Hard bullet single to left field on a pitch that was kind of middle down in the zone, D-Row, and he's going to have to make some better pitches than that one.
Yeah, if he's going to leave pitches over the heart of the plate, he's going to have a long night. The middle of this order does serious damage.
Just keeping him close. Into the box, Jorge Polanco, as he'll take a look at ball 1. The average entering play at a cool .330. 10 home runs and 29 driven in. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will kick off the base of the wall. Throw to third, but he's in there as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Batting third.
Well, there's one way to get our first run of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0 with another base hit here.
Standing in now, Alex K, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's got that average up over 340 now. 17 home runs, 53 RBIs. And he misses with it, 1-1.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Well, clearly this guy doesn't need many warm-up pitches because he's 98 miles an hour in the first inning. Newsflash to the offense, they better get it going.
This is pulled into right, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Batting fourth.
Hey, D-Row, they're off to a nice 2-0 lead right here. Now I think it's time to keep the pressure on and try to add on.
Yeah, this guy's a quality pitcher, and you know at any moment he gets into a rhythm, he can rattle off some donuts up there. So this is a nice job by the offense, but not done yet.
Here's Miguel Sano, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Row? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base. So it's a successful stolen base as they look for a run here in the top of the first, and we take a look there at the team leaders in stolen bases so far. And in fact, that number is not only the highest in all the American League, but is actually the highest in all of baseball. Hard hit at third, and a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Man, you might see some scrambling between the manager and the pitching coach in this one. That's 4 consecutive knocks. Code red.
DJ.
– In now, TJ, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. But facing right-handed pitching so far this season, TJ is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
Matty, great matchup right here. He's been absolutely hammering right-handed pitching all season long.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
That ball's foul.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and this is going to wind up as extra bases, as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a second, and he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
You always want to spot your pitcher a run or two early on, so he has a little bit of wiggle room, but that double, they're up 3-0 and absolutely cruising. If this guy on the mound doesn't find a way to get some outs, he's going to be heading to the showers before some of the fans are even in their seats.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of balls from him early on in this game.
2-0 now. Sano at third. TJ is at second with nobody out. Line toward right center. And that is going to get down for extra bases, as this will drive home 2. The relay throw, and he's in there with a 2-run triple.
Batting 7.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon.
Your attention, please.
So he'll depart most likely to a chorus of boos here, as he just didn't have it today. He leaves without being able to finish an inning. From the stretch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. A runner in scoring position with none out. Strike 2 as the fastball is let go.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
Takes this the other way to right, and that's a fair ball, as this one will get down the line. And add one more, as this is now a 6-0 ball game.
Man, you never want to say a game is over in the first inning. There's still a lot of time left to come back and rally, but down 6-0 is an awfully big hole to dig yourself out of, and the inning isn't even over yet.
At the plate, Royce Lewis. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night. First delivery to him on the way. Good swing, just got to try. A runner at first with no outs here. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. But that'll stay in the park, as it's off the left field wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Nah, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
High in the air out to center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he will beat the throw home. It's a 7-0 contest.
Usually when you score a lot of runs in one inning, like this inning, you're doing a lot of things right. And how about this? a sac fly to drive in another run. They have to be happy with this.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. You can kiss it goodbye. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. 8th home run on the season for him as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
This is just one of those parks where the ball seems to jump off the bat a lot more during the day. This is the first one of the day, but we might see a few more before this one's over.
1 ball, no strikes to count. A long inning as they've hung a 9 spot on him to this point. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. And there's out number 2. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, we'll see if Miguel Sano can be a difference maker, as he often is. This guy is one of the great hitters of all time. 300 batting average with 300 home runs. That is a tremendous combo. He's a fun player to watch.
The next Twin up, Alex K. He singled his last time up. And now a pitch on the way. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Into the box now, Miguel Sano. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. 0-1 count and the pitch. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
A 2 ball, 1 strike count to the Twins first baseman.
You know, I think his mechanics are starting to betray him a little bit. He's really lost the strike zone, and when that's the case, something is usually off in his delivery.
Swung on and crushed. Everyone just stands there and watches it fly. Two runs on the board after that home run by Miguel Sano. Number 18 for him on the campaign as the blowout continues.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
Mercado is there to make the catch, and mercifully the side is finally retired. But not before things change dramatically as they explode for 11 here to really open things up. On now to the bottom. Max Scherzer, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're taking a look at one of the top pitchers in the game. This guy has over 200 career victories, and he'd like to add another one to this list. This guy's been a really good pitcher for a long time, and right now he's showing no signs of slowing down. It'll be interesting to watch him work in this one here.
Inside, ball 1.
A ball and a strike. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. And with that, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the Indians. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, I really appreciate the tenacity that Ender Inciarte plays with. Looking at his stats, I was really impressed with the fact that he's hit 4 bombs in his last 10 games. Lately, he's been the guy to watch, and I think he's ready to do some more damage right now.
Stepping into the box, Cesar Hernandez. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Back-to-back punch-outs in the bottom of the first. This guy has got his stuff working today. This offense better wake up.
Curveball close, but it's 1-1. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field. It's the Twins 11 and the Indians nothing. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brent Rucker. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here?
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And before the 0-1 pitch, he'll step out of the box and get his bearings a bit. Ball 1. Today's ball game provides the Twins with a chance to end the series on a really high note, of course. A win will complete the sweep.
Sure does, and it's always difficult to sweep and win a series on the road, especially when you're playing a division opponent.
And if they're going to get something close to a repeat effort out of their pitching staff in this game to the one they got yesterday, that would certainly help the cause.
No doubt about that, Matt. A combo platter, combined shutout yesterday. Hopefully they can continue to throw more zeros up in this one today.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And today my spotlight's going to shine down on Cesar Hernandez, second baseman who can really turn the double play. He's got super quick feet, great reaction time. Guys love working with him up the chute.
Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
This offense is absolutely feasting on these count leverage situations. If he's going to have any chance of feeling good about his effort tonight, this pitcher has got to get back in the strike zone.
3-0 to him now.
And when you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and at least start throwing some strikes.
That one's in there. 3-1.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one of the corners.
Inciarte is there. 2 gone.
The third baseman, number 13.
Stepping in, Royce Lewis. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to...
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3, but they lead it 11-0. And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes.
Leading off.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Okay, here's how the Twins are lining up defensively. And diving into the numbers on this team, the one thing that jumps off the page is the fact that these guys can flat play D. the highest fielding percentage in the league. Something to focus on today when you're watching this one.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Lindor, who fittingly goes by Mr. Smiles sometimes. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Wow, he puts a serious charge into this ball. Ends up splitting the two outfielders. Bangs up against the wall in right center. And he cruises into second, knowing he can't hit the ball much harder than that.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. Bowers is a very well-regarded defensive outfielder. It used to be that fielders were evaluated mostly by the eyeball test and simple stats like fielding percentage. But, of course, these days there are many more advanced ways that help determine a guy's work in the field. And in his case, he shines in many ways.
You know, Matty, for me, I think he does pass the eyeball test. I know you have to look at all the numbers and the analytics to really appreciate a ball player like this. But, man, does he come to work every day and play hard.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you can see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
Stepping in now, Jose Ramirez.
He swings and sends it in the air to right center field.
Calling for it, TJ. And that retires the side. Indians leave one. Welcome back to Progressive Field in Cleveland as we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Looking at the numbers, they currently have 4 hits coming from at-bats where they were behind in the count. That indicates that these guys are absolutely battling at the plate and making it very difficult for the opposition to get them out.
Center fielder.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Pacheco.
Hit hard towards center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the Twins put their leadoff hitter on to get the inning started.
The batter.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Into the box, Luis Arias on a line to shortstop. But the runner is back to avoid the double play.
Now batting. Shortstop. Jorge.
So one away now in the Minnesota 3rd, and that'll bring in Jorge Polanco to hit next. Now a throw over, runner back standing. First delivery to him on the way. 0-1 the count.
This is the tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
He pulls this one into right, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Inciarte is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. And he'll make it up to 3rd on the fly ball as he's in there now with 2 away. Into the box now, Miguel Sano. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
You know, I think he's having a hard time with that curveball right now, and that's part of the reason why he struggled early on in the start. It's so important to have command of those secondary pitches, or hitters just start sitting on the hard stuff.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Inciarte is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out.
Indians due to hit here in the 3rd, and they are looking to get some momentum going with the bats. This is a group that has had trouble doing so all season long. And a big part of the problem has been a noticeable lack of power. They're near the bottom of the league in both home runs and slugging percentage, which in today's game makes it very difficult to generate very much in the runs column. One member of the front office told me, you have to be able to drive the baseball, even if that doesn't always mean hitting home runs. We aren't doing that, so we have a lot to figure out moving forward to put ourselves in a better position. For now, we'll have to wait and see what kind of adjustments they can make, guys.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Fouled away. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Here comes Scherzer on 0-2. Fastball right back to the mound, and he'll flip on to first to record the out. So with 1 away, let's give you a look at the standings in the American League's Central Division as you see where these 2 teams find themselves entering our ball game here today. And the pitch. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe bought himself a fastball.
Here he comes again, 1-2. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Ender Inciarte.
Here's Ender Inciarte. Scherzer looks in. First pitch on the way. Hit hard up the middle. Played on the backhand. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Go the Tribe. They trail in this one 11-0.
Leading off for the Twins, the right
so
fielder,
stepping in TJ as we begin the top of the 4th. First delivery to him on the way. Strike 1 to start the at bat. This is pulled into right. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. And he's out trying to stretch it into a double, so a costly mistake here leading off the inning.
the batter, number 5, designated hitter, Brent Rucker.
Next will be the designated hitter, Brent Rucker. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll reach second now with one away.
Good piece of hitting there, but you can't help wonder what might have been if the previous play didn't unfold like the way it did. If he doesn't get tagged out, he probably scores on that one pretty easily. Instead, it's just a one-out double.
In now, Eugene Solari, as the first pitch misses to him. It's ball one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 1-0 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Bowers moves over. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. He thought about third there, but retreats back to second safely.
The third baseman.
Digging in, Royce Lewis. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
And they go away here. It's a called strike. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. To his right, Hernandez. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So they at the plate, Cesar Hernandez. And he'll lead things off against Max Scherzer. A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And he fouls this one off. The 1-1 home. Now a swing and a bouncing ball for the shortstop, Polanco. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Into the box now, Oscar Mercado. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. And he lays off for ball 1. Mercado stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. Has played well this season, and he's received a good amount of support in all-star balloting as a result. He's third among right fielders coming into today, so we'll wait and see if he ends up getting an invite to the festivities.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave it up to a manager's decision. You want to get in based on the fan vote, and he has a chance to do exactly that if he can make a late push as we head towards the Midsummer Classic.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Franmil Reyes. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Digging in, Christian Pacheco.
The center fielder, Christian.
First offering on its way. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one, a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
Into the box now, Luis Arias, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Line drive to center field. Inciarte is there, and he has it for the first out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Number 11. Shortstop.
Now at the plate, Jorge Polanco. 2 for 3 for him so far, including a triple. Here's the first pitch to him. Liner toward right center. Inciarte, a range to his left and put it away. 2 down. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Indians' offense with Cleveland's manager, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Thank you, Heidi.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in his zone. This guy's known for being a down and in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
And there's out number 1. There's our line score through the
10.
first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just one hit to this point. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up one hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Called strike at the letters. 0-1.
2 quick outs in this inning so far, and his pitch count is really down. I think one of the keys is he's been attacking the strike zone early on, making these guys swing the bat so far in this one.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe. They trail in this one 11. Nick Whitgren gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Nick Whitgren.
First pitch on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
1-2 now. Line drive to left. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
Standing in now, Miguel Sano, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Kay aboard here at first with nobody out. Line hard, but this will be a foul ball. Ready on 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
You know, that almost works like a pitch out there. Maybe you get the guy to chase out of the zone, but at the very least, it gives the catcher something good to throw if the man on first is on the move.
Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So chalk that one up as an E6, and he really can't believe it out there. Digging in now, TJ, so far 2 for 3 in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that misses low and away, ball 1. First and second here with nobody out. That misses. 2-0.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Line towards center field. Inciarte is right there, 1 down. And he is in there.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Mercado is after it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate. Stepping in, Eugene Solari.
Solari.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work the ball back up the middle the other way.
Hernandez will put this one away, and the side is retired. So striding in, Mike Paolucci. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Pacheco ranging back on the warning track. He makes the catch. So the shutout still intact here in the 6th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see that this staff currently leads the AL in that category. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. No runs, just 1 hit, and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland so far. Didn't quite catch the zone there, ball 1. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
NC Arte.
No runs, just 1 hit, and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland so far. Drilled to the left side. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left.
Now
digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez.
Cesar Hernandez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Inciarte, the runner at first with 2 gone. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Hey, he's been able to pound that zone all night, working that outer half of the plate. That's why he's having so much success.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 1 left for the Tribe. Just about given up for dead. It's 12-0. So coming to the plate, Royce Lewis.
The third baseman, Royce.
First delivery to him on the way. Bullet back up the middle. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 24.
Stepping into the box, Christian Pacheco, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Good curveball that time in the low 80s. 0-2.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate. And for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 2.
Into the box, Luis Arias. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a line drive. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. 0-0 heater gets turned around.
Polanco.
Into the box, Jorge Polanco, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. The 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. A ball and 2 strikes to the Twins shortstop.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
Hey, great job of holding up right there. Little 2-out lightning might ensue by 1 check swing holding up.
And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in there. Base hit. Long throw to third, but too late, and he's safe at third. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Wow, how quickly things can turn around in this game. He gets the first 2 outs of the inning, and he looks like he's on cruise control, thinking that he'll get out of the inning without even breaking a sweat. But then a single and a double, and now he's stuck with runners on second and third.
Alex K is at the plate, and he checks his swing for ball 1. Line towards center field, and that's in there. Base hit, and the second run will score as well.
Man, I haven't seen an offensive explosion like this since I don't know when. It's been a combination of spotty pitching and inconsistent defense, and now they've posted an amazing 14 runs on the board.
Hansel Robles enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Nope.
And that misses 1-1.
1-1.
And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now. K is off of first with 2 away. At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Paolucci has got it, and the side is retired. In now for Cleveland, Oscar Mercado.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
Pops this one up. Arias onto the grass. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Up next for Cleveland.
1 out now for the Indians in their 7th. And here's Franmil Reyes stepping in. Here's a called strike about thigh high. 0-1. Fouled off. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my man on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
Chance, TJ, he lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Now another 1-2. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Number 5.
Hey, guys, that was a nice job by the batter right there. He was able to get his front foot down early, recognize the backdoor slider, stay inside it, and drive it the other way.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a ball, 1-0. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. TJ gets his lead at first, nobody out. Now a move over to first, runner's back. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Three and one.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
He loses him on ball 4.
Wow, all I know is these guys don't need any more help to get on base. Believe it or not, that's the first walk they've gotten. They've done all their damage the hard way. See if they can add to it here.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Mercado coasts under it. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. And the throw from right will not be in time as he takes third on the flyout.
Number 13.
So striding forward now, Royce Lewis. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a ball chopped foul down the left side. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. That ball hit high and deep. Stretch. You can put it on the board. Yes. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Row, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Tim Meza comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Your attention, please.
Digging in and looking for more, Luis Arias will try to build on an already great game. He's 3 for 5 so far in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to center field. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. So the 2-out hit keeps the top of the 8th inning extended.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debo. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
The 1-0 is a sinker that dips below the zone for a ball.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
You get yourself into count leverage 2-0 right there. You're looking to come unglued on something and be very aggressive. That ball had to nip the corner for him not to pull the trigger on it.
Counts even, 2-2 for Polanco. 3 runs already home here. This is on the ground over to first. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely...
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. Here now is Jake Bowers. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Fouled away. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. As mentioned early in the broadcast, this series finale had the potential to result in a series sweep, and at this point in the game, it's looking rather promising.
Hey, Matty V, Yogi Berra had a great saying, it ain't over till it's over. Well, this one's just about over with the team playing as well as they are and leading by as much as they are. This one is pretty much in the books.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Here's a strike with the breaking ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he takes a called strike 2. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Up next for Cleveland.
Striding in for the Indians, Mike Paolucci. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the Ricky Vaughn
enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him a chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
He's set and the pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's 1-2.
I got the count. 1-2.
Fastball well outside. The 2-2. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3. TJ is on deck. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be flagged down easily for the first out of the inning.
To right fielder, number 9.
Digging in to try it again. TJ, he scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Stepping in now, Brent Rocker, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Vaughn is pretty much a manager's dream coming out of the bullpen. High strikeouts, doesn't walk a lot of batters, usually a recipe for a lot of success.
Oh, that's one of the keys. I think if you were to build a perfect relief pitcher, you'd want a guy that throws a lot of strikes, that minimizes the base on balls, and nobody does it as good as this guy does right now in the game of baseball.
Now the 2-0 home. Runs a bit inside for a ball. Eugene Solari is on deck. Here it comes, the 3-0. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away. Digging in once again, Eugene Solari.
Eugene Solari.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. In for strike 2.
The count is 1-2.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Standing in, Royce Lewis.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. TJ on second. Rucker at first. 2 out in the inning. Hard liner to center field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Now to the plate, James McCann starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A bouncer up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. And there's one down now.
Now batting, center fielder, Ender.
So the Indians lineup flips over and to the plate, Ender Inciarte. Now a changeup hit on the ground to shortstop. Polanco scoops it up, throw on to first, and now the Indians are down to their final out.
Now
digging in, Cesar Hernandez. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, and they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
And that is going to wrap things up as the catch is made and the Twins go on the road and sweep their division rivals in this 3-game series. 17-0 the final this afternoon. Minnesota came out swinging with a huge first inning that really set them up well. Max Scherzer earns win number 7 on the season, racking up 14 Ks in doing so. Jeffrey Rodriguez struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more